Millennials are a key factor in this presidential election. Now less than 3 weeks away. But could the vital voting bloc that traditionally helps boast the Democratic candidate surprise us all and end up hurting Hillary Clinton in the end? Let's ask my next guest, founder of Turning Point USA and author of Time for a Turning Point, Charlie Kirk. All right, Charlie, I understand that you run a national student activist organization. What is this organization?
Yeah, it's called Turning Point USA. I founded it 4 years ago on June 5th of 2012, and we organize college and high school students around the values of free markets and limited government. And it gives me a really interesting insight into what young people are thinking and feeling, especially in this most consequential presidential election.
And you have a lot of people in this organization.
That's right. I mean, we host leadership conferences all across the country. You know, we have almost tens of thousands of members that are active on the ground on colleges, and we're fighting for freedom. We're fighting for smaller government, free markets, and a return to the Constitution, and really fighting back up against the politically correct agenda that's being pushed on our college campuses.
All right, millennials, people under 30, I assume, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Millennials now big in this race. Now, let's compare Trump and Hillary. Let's start with Hillary.
So what's really interesting about this election is the Democrats traditionally count on single women, minorities, and young people to build coalitions outside of just to really bring back Republicans. So in 2012, Barack Obama was able to excite the youth vote to incredible numbers. So he essentially had 66% of the college vote. Hillary Clinton is struggling even to break 48%. I mean, it is almost a 20% decrease.
Is that the Bernie Sanders effect?
It is, but Hillary Clinton comes across as incredibly inauthentic. Young people think she's bought and paid for, and they're right. They think she doesn't really believe anything that she's saying. They believe that she's corrupt. She comes from the Washington, D.C. political elite, and young people reject that wholeheartedly. And so this should be a big warning sign for Democrats, and there's been a lot of polling to reflect this. If Democrats want to take back the Senate, if they want to take back the House, and if they want to elect Hillary Clinton, they have to do a lot better with younger voters, and they almost have a 20% decrease from when they were in 2012.
Okay, and Donald?
So Trump, I think, has a lot of ground to make up. However, there's a big opportunity for him. All he really has to do is win about 30% of college voters. If he can win 30% of college voters, he can push back this Democratic coalition unlike any other candidate in about the last 15 years. So what's most interesting about the college vote is you're going to see young people in particular go towards third-party candidates this year more so than any other years past. Gary Johnson and Jill Stein. Young people are not necessarily satisfied with their choices. 78% of college voters say they are not happy with their presidential choices. Trump, however, can channel a lot of this anti-establishment thought that has been going on that Bernie Sanders really created if he runs against the D.C. political class, is what we saw today in his speech.
WikiLeaks made it real clear that, 100%. Bernie Sanders was being targeted by Hillary and her friends. Quickly, did that hurt the young vote, and will the young vote stay home? Or will they go to third party and Trump?
So not only is Hillary Clinton doing worse with younger voters, but less young people are going to show up. So you're dealing with a smaller sample size.
Right.
So turnout will be lower, and she'll get less of a lower turnout pool, which is a bad sign for Democrats. I think in general, younger voters, depending on their turnout, will determine this election. The road to the White House goes straight through college campuses.
Very interesting. Charles Kirk, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, and Street Justice is next.